Hi, my name is Adam Brykowicz and welcome to E-commerce Spotlight, a podcast where we discuss all things e-commerce related, from SEO copywriting to writing checks to Instagram influencers. Today we're talking about white label and private label with Anna Jelonek, who is head of International Executive Department at iCEA Group International. Hi Anna, it's so nice to have you here with us today.
Hi Adam.
So, Head of International Executive Department. That sounds like a lot of responsibilities. Can you tell us more about your job, please?
My job is to, bring great effects from the SEO perspective for our international clients, mostly e-commerces. As per the iCEA group, my position is to making sure that on every level of every technical department, the SEO service is provided on a high quality level.
So there's a lot of, I don't want to sound it in a bad way, but controlling over your team and checking if everything is right and up to the standards. Am I right?
I'd prefer to use encouraging my SEO specialists, link builders, content writers, and web developers to be as good as they only can be.
Okay, great. That sounds a lot better. So to kick off a little bit about our today's topic, what our listeners may be interested in are the white label and private label models became more popular in recent years. In your opinion, in your experience?
Actually, from the beginning of doing the e-commerces, when the online shopping spread wider and wider across the world, the first thing is always private label, right? To build your own brand, to make your brand being visible across the global market, across your clients. White label, otherwise, is some kind of the opportunity to spread a little bit your business, not only under your brand, but also under others' brands.
Okay, so let's stay here for a moment. When should we consider going with a white label? What are the key factors here for us as a service or goods producer for other companies?
It all depends on the business strategy that the owner of the brand has actually. Because on the one hand, you can be the only one who's handling the brand, some kind of do-it-yourself, for example, brands like handcrafting, cosmetic doing, and this kind of branches. And you can have no possibilities for selling wider your products across the, even your own website because of lack of finances at the beginning. So in this case, the better can be a white label, for example, to have the perspective of creating partnerships with other brands who can actually give you the space for selling your product.
So we got a lot of more opportunities for, in my view, less risk and less cost per se if we go with white label.
Exactly, but there are also some minuses of such process as such a business strategy only for white label, because you can have no impact sometimes on the margin that the reseller can add to your products. You can have no power into checking how your products will be sent to the clients. And let us remember that the private label is always the first option to think about, because you need to build your own brand, to bring your own customers, and actually to build the whole social proof for your brand. That is the most important thing according to any e-commerce or service owners. On the other hand, white label, it can be also the different kind of opportunity for big e-commerces that already have any visibility, good income, and being recognized among the large range of the clients. For them, the white label can be just another source of getting revenue from their products as per marketplaces, like, for example, Amazon and others.
So we're not going with white label only. We want to start, for example, with our smart e-commerce or our startup, but also to a little differentiate our ways of getting to our customers. We can also use this white label model.
Exactly, because Adam, there will be this point in every business when the owner will need to answer the question, do I want to scale our business, my business? And here the white label can be the answer.
And those questions are always very hard to answer at the right moment.
Yeah.
So the white label may be a good option to go, not like a full commitment on this, but to diverse your income ways.
Exactly. And as we are in those times when we need to diversify our income, this business strategy can be the clue for the long-term business.
Okay, but if we're not going with white label and we decided that we stay with a private label model. Which industries should be looking for this way more often than a white label? Because you mentioned those industries that were like some kind of made of to conquer the world in a white label model, but in private label models, which industry should consider going this direction more specific?
Actually, all of them. Building your own brand is always the best solution, actually. Because even if you're a minor owner of some small business, doing white label is one thing, but still you need to strengthen out your own brand. From my point of view, like some of dreams of every business owner, e-commerce owners, is if someone will buy their product and for example, their friend will ask, oh, great bag. Where did you buy this? And this guy or girl will say from which brand that it will be this brand and it will be recognized. So this is like if you say, for example, Gucci, everyone knows what it's about.
Of course.
You say some recognizable other feature of every item. Like if I say Apple, everyone will know that it's about iPhone. So this is like these things that private label has the more strength into business strategy than the white label. When doing only through white label will means that nobody actually will know you, will know your products, but know actually you.
Yes, because if you go in with a white label, there is no need for your branding, marketing, your customer experience. And those things for sure will take more of your responsibility to build up on your e-commerce journey. But also, it will be much more rewarding. As you said, it will be much more rewarding for them, for you to build this whole organization, whole brand that people can really be passionate about. So yes, it will take more responsibility, more time, more risk, and more cost for sure, but it will be more rewarding.
Yeah, actually, because the best solution actually is you can do it like two ways. On the other hand, you have your own website under your own brand, selling your own products, taking care of the marketing from the start, etc. And on the other hand, you can do it also white label while selling your products under other brand and have the income that will allow you in the future to invest more in the marketing on your brand.
Okay, and so going back to your job, how does white label work in SEO industry? Because there has to be some differences between selling those products and outsourcing your services, and especially in the SEO industry.
There are many agencies at the global market, like advertising agencies, digital agencies that do any kind of the marketing, like social media, maybe Google Ads, or even actually creating the websites, but not covering the SEO. As we all know, like doing 360 digital marketing services, you need to have the complex offer for your client. So it's not only covering the doing the website, managing the website, creating it, etc., but also promoting it and promoting via SEO and, for example, Google Ads or social media or whatever. And in this case, the white label for SEO is the answer for those businesses. How can they provide to their clients SEO, but not doing themselves?
Okay, so there are similarities between outsourcing your product and outsourcing an SEO from a different company, because it for sure will cost you more to build your own SEO team inside your industry, inside your agency.
Yeah, exactly, because it's not only about building your own SEO team. It's not only about SEO specialist. It's about tools like Ahrefs, SEMrush. It's about even building the link building base, the lead generation base, and other things that even content writers to create content according to the SEO on your website. So it's not only hiring one SEO specialist who will cover everything, but because it's like the work of the whole amount of people on the project.
Okay, and what are the key benefits for the end customer of this agency that will outsource some SEO team from different company? Because what comes to my mind at first, when your marketing agency doesn't have their own SEO team and they outsource it. First benefit that comes to my mind is, as a potential customer, that I got this whole agency under one roof. I got, for example, one project manager that will speak with all of the topics, even if those SEO, for example, SEO tasks are done by different company.
It's a very popular model, actually, that will allow, as you said, the client will have all services under one company, no matter to whom this company outsource the services to made of. Like, the most important thing is to make sure that the agency who is doing SEO, and if there is information that they are outsourcing SEO, that on every stage, the end client will have the transparency and the full report of done work, because this can be a little bit of threat from the end customer point of view, that the agency don't have any impact, any influence on what the SEO provider do. And it's not true. It's like the partnership between the reseller and the SEO agency, for example. This partnership is very important to understand that both of sides want the same thing, for our end customer to have the biggest, the effective business as they can be.
So in this way, we are going to a little bit much more like a private label with those services being outsourced. Like you mentioned that our customers can be insecure about whenever they have this opportunity to change something, to correct them, if they want to adjust those tasks, those goals maybe that were set for their plan, for their marketing and business strategy. So what is like the biggest difference between white label SEO and private label SEO? When should we be looking at one way or when at the another way?
Easily speaking, if we have, for example, the agency that sells creating websites, and like on some point with huge probability, the client they are doing the website for will ask, okay, you did me the website, but what about SEO? And on this point, this agency needs to answer the question whether to hire SEO for this particular client, or maybe the potential ones, or to hire some outsourcing white label and do it white label. And in this case, if they choose the option of doing the white label, it's all about the cost mostly, because they can lower the costs, like actually hiring someone other to do the whole SEO service.
And as you said, building your own, let's go back to this topic, building your own SEO team. It's not about just one specialist that will take care of all the things. It's not going to work like that.
Exactly.
We're sure about that.
Exactly. And in this case, taking into consideration the costs of building your own SEO department, SEO team, sometimes it can be better to actually hire some other agency to do the SEO for your client. And in this way, the final client will have the information like you are doing it, but you are responsible for all the things that you provide to the client. That's why this is so important to check quality of the agency that will do SEO for your clients.
And can outsourcing your SEO can be your like a ground model? So let's say we are those agencies that have Google Ads team, marketing and branding, but we are not specialists on SEO terms. Mm-hmm. We do not have any knowledge, any tools. Like you said, we don't have this background build that is very important in SEO. Can this be like our final decision? Okay, so we are not going to make our own SEO team. We're going to work with this company or that company for a ground partnership and leave this way as it be?
Yes, sure. It's all about the partnership. And even you can still promote yourself as one of your core services can be SEO, even if the agency is website creating agency is not doing it personally. But it's not doing personally the SEO for this, for example, web development agency. It doesn't mean that is bad SEO, that this agency has no impact, no influence on the SEO agency service and actions, actually. So in my opinion, yes, it can be only solution for some agencies to outsource their SEO for their clients.
Okay, and going back to our end customer perspective, are there any situations, scenarios that you shouldn't work with that kind of company that outsources the SEO team? Is there any cons for that, or if it's done well by this agency that we work with, there should be no mistakes and everything should go smoothly? How is that for our end customer?
Doing SEO as white label, it's only adding you the third party as the reseller, right? So someone between the SEO agency and between the end customer. That's why on those type of on those models of cooperation of doing SEO, very important is the smooth communication. The power of the white label service from the SEO agency point of view should be as much transparency as they can be, according to the whole plan of activities, month by month, reporting, and also supporting the reseller into communication in contact with the end client. Because, there can be typical question at SEO from the end customer, where, for example, when will I see the effects? And of course, in most cases, reseller is not able to answer this question, and then he will go to the SEO agency, and SEO agency responsibility is to explain and show to the end client as much information as they can.
So from my perspective, the customer experience process became more expandable, and there's like 3 parties included in this one, because the communication between the end customer, you as an agency, if we say it per this view, and the agency that's providing you
For
SEO.
the end customer, it shouldn't be any change. Whether it's being done by the agency that he has the contract with, or whether the SEO is outsourced from another agency. The quality of the service should be the same. The communication, information, transparency should be the same for the end customer.
But the responsibility for that, it's on both sides, not on the customers, but on marketing agency and those SEO agency. It's their job to communicate well, so that the end customer have the all information and everything is done
Exactly.
perfectly.
That's why I said that the partnership thing is very important. It's not only business one-to-one, but it's a partnership of 2 parties that are working on the client's success.
So I'm sure that having you as a head of international executive department is like guaranteed, and that all the tasks from SEO agency will be done great, and customer should be happy about the results and communication all the time.
That's my goal on daily basics, for my customers to be satisfied with their businesses and the effects they get from the SEO service.
So to conclude our today's chat, how would you sum up this topic and maybe differences between white label and private label, especially in SEO industry?
To sum up our topic, whether to choose doing SEO in white label or private label model, it's all about the cost. So if you are willing to develop the agency of the advertising agency, digital marketing agency, or web development, for example, you need to answer yourself the question whether you are able to have in your budget creating the whole department of SEOs, content creations, link builders, and, well, managers. So if you think that you want to focus on your basic services, then maybe considering the white label option will be better for you.
Thank you, Anna, for all this information, for all these answers. And I think that's it for today. If you have any questions regarding today's topic, please let me know at spotlight@icea-group.com, or you can reach directly to Anna. How can our listeners can reach out to you?
First of all, thank you, Adam, for the whole conversation. It was very nice to meet you and hear you, actually. As per connecting with me, I encourage all of you to check me on LinkedIn.
We sure do. Great, and hear you next episode.